Welcome back, everybody, to the Drunken Atheists podcast. I believe this is episode number 6. Is that correct?
That sounds right to me.
All right. Well, oh boy, do we have some stuff to talk about today? Am I right, buddy? My buddy,
I
old
want to
pal.
dive. I want to dive headfirst into the fact that I saw aliens this week.
Aliens, yo, that's like
Also,
the best thing to
also,
talk about.
yeah. Also, really quick, happy, I believe, seventh night of Hanukkah. Is that right?
Oh, is it already that far in?
Maybe
How
not.
many night?
Maybe
How
I'm
many nights? How
crazy.
many nights are there again? I forget. Is it 14
Uh,
or
I,
10?
I think, yeah,
12?
it is. Hang on, I'll do the math. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Man, I
5,
feel like an
6.
idiot for not knowing that.
Tonight will be the seventh night of Hanukkah. So happy seventh night of Hanukkah to all our
Yeah, but how many
Hanukkah
are there?
celebrating. I don't know.
Look it up.
No, now I gotta fact check this. I think
Because I really want to know. Because I feel like I should already know this.
I think 9. That sounds.
9? Because it's one night for each candle on the menorah, right? So I think it is 9.
Yep, 9. Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Anyway,
God, we're just so smart.
I know. We're really demonstrating our mental prowess on this
Oh
podcast.
no, wait. 8 nights, because the middle candle doesn't count. Remember?
Oh, okay.
Because the middle candle is just to light things.
Oh, I gotcha.
I believe. Don't quote me. I'm not. I don't
Man,
celebrate.
our Jewish viewers are very angry right
They're
now.
gonna get our asses for real today.
Um,
Anyways, let's talk
aliens.
about aliens. Let's talk about aliens for a minute here. So, about 2 nights ago, me, group of my friends, were standing out in front of our apartment building, and it's probably about, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. We're just hanging out. It's really nice out. And we look up, and there's a string of lights way up high in the sky, probably about like 50 to 80 lights in a perfectly straight line just going straight across the sky. It was incredible. And we were all freaking out like, what the fuck is going on? And so we live near NFL football stadium, and so somebody was like, oh, I wonder if it's like a drone show for like a football game. And then we were like, yeah, but it's 10 at night, and it's like a Wednesday night. So we were like, what the fuck is going on? It was incredible to see. It just appeared, and then I guess it was completely silent too. It didn't make any noise. And then as it headed more north, it just kind of faded off into like the clouds. And we were all like, holy shit, did we just really see aliens? And I have a video of it. And it's really, really crazy to see. Come to find out the next day after a little bit of research, it is fucking Elon Musk back at it again.
Oh, was it Starlink?
It is Starlink, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It was really freaking us out. It was crazy to see. I mean, it was literally like, somebody was like, oh, it's a shooting star. I was like, yeah, but with like 80,000 stars, it was incredible. For those that don't know, Starlink is Elon Musk and SpaceX shot up a bunch of satellites in a perfectly straight line, and they're supposed to provide like telecommunications and internet and all that to more needy parts of the world. So
Yeah,
it was
it's
really,
good
really
for
cool
like
to see
rural
flyover.
areas.
Yeah, it was really cool to see flyover because it was like incredible. It was something I would never seen before and probably won't ever see again. So I'm glad I got to see it.
I mean, it depends how successful it is. I mean, he's been launching more and more, so eventually you might see one every day. You never know.
Yeah, but I hope not for the sake
Yeah,
of
that would be kind of sad, I feel like, if you just looked
yeah,
up and like, wow, look at those robots freaking flying overhead.
yeah. The Earth sucks. I hate everybody on it.
Well, I mean, there's some redeeming qualities of the Earth, right?
Yeah, like our podcast.
Right. Yeah, that's not narcissistic at all, but yeah, okay.
Anyway, tell me
Uh,
about your week. How did your week go?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember jack shit that happened this week. So probably means nothing happened this week. If I can pull the most notable event out of my mind, it's that I was a witness to uh, like a an exchange, let's put it that way. Um, So a friend of
Okay.
mine asked if I was busy and he needed somebody to stand watch for something. And I was like, okay. Like what are we talking about here? I don't really understand what that means. And then he went into his room and he pulled out a bag of like graphics cards worth like $7,000.
Like
And I was like, oh,
NFTs?
no, 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 not NFTs.
I
Like
don't know.
like computer video graphics cards, like
Oh,
Nvidia stuff.
okay. Like, okay, got it.
Yeah. Um, he had like the 3090s or whatever, like all the really good ones. And he said he's selling them to some guy he met on Facebook Marketplace for like a $2,000 profit or something. So he just wanted me to make sure he didn't get ripped off. So I went down and he did the thing and he comes back in because like I was just kind of looking out through like a glass window to make I wasn't really like out there with him, but he comes back in after a little bit and he just hands me the fucking $7,000 in cash. He's like, "Hold this. I have to help him put the stuff in this guy's car." So I'm like, "Oh my God. I just have $7,000 in my freaking pocket right now. That's so fucking
I
awesome."
like how you were like, "Oh, nothing really exciting happened to me." You literally have held more money this week in your hands than I have held in my hands in my entire life.
No, yeah, me too. I had previously held about I think $5,800 because that's the amount I was going to pay for my car, and they just let me hold it in my hand. Like I went with my dad and my grandpa and my uncle, and they all I think chipped in a little bit. Um, so that was cool. But like $7,000, the more money you have in your hand, and it was like like a wad of bills that's like actually like rolled like a little bit, so it's like it was like a fucking meatball of cash. It felt so nice to hold.
I don't
Um,
think that was a legal transaction that your friend and his associate
what do
went
you
through
mean? How
there.
is that not legal?
There's something shady going on.
It's two men exchanging goods for cash. That's like basic economy right there.
Was he
I
giving
don't
him
see what.
just the graphics cards, or did he give him the
Yeah,
boxes with the graphic card in it?
no, he gave them the graphics card. I don't think they were in boxes, and then he paid money for them.
All right. Okay.
They
Well,
were setting up some like Ethereum mining operation, I think, or something. So, and he paid me $20 for doing that. So
20 bones out of the entire
tw-
7 grand,
20
huh?
20 bones. Yeah, I could have died. I need more money from that. But no, I'll take $20 or whatever. I didn't really do anything.
I mean, it's 20 more bucks than you had previously.
True. Yeah, I needed money to pay my landlord's like application fee. I'm trying to apply for an apartment tomorrow for next year. I tried talking to my friend that I'm supposed to do it with, but like he just doesn't answer. Like I called him like 3 times, or well, I texted him 3 times, and I knocked. No, I texted him twice. Once on Thursday, once on Friday, and I knocked on his door once on Thursday, knocked on his door twice on Friday, and like I still have not heard from him. So like for all I know, he could be just dead. Um, I don't understand how people don't like pick up their phone. Like I get it like a couple hours or something, but like after 24 hours and you don't
Yeah,
respond,
really,
like
after all day.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
his phone has
it's
like had issues because like he broke it, so like it turns off if like the temperature gets too cold, and you have to like fully turn it back on, like from a deep power shut off mode or whatever. But
oh,
I don't
see,
know.
I would just I think get a new phone at that point.
I thought you were gonna say get a new friend.
Yeah, I mean that too.
No, 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 no. It's fine. Um, but anyway, um, what now? I got some stuff
Well,
in my little secret notebook that Ethan hates me bringing up on the podcast for some reason.
go ahead, go down your notes. Let's talk about that.
I'm trying to see what if I have anything cool. Um, should I start with just the non-cool stuff so I can get out of the way,
Yeah, bust it down,
or just
as it
like
were.
weird stuff? Maybe it is cool. I don't know. What I wrote down on the first podcast I started writing notes for, which was I think the second. Um, why don't they have Amber Alerts for like non-kidnapping theft? Like, what if somebody took like my, I don't know, my brand new Xbox? Like,
Because it's
I
not
want
an
that shit back.
emergency.
Why not?
Well, because an Amber Alert is a kidnapping. There's somebody's life at risk.
Okay, but all right,
My
well, all right,
Xbox.
maybe Xbox is a bad example. What if it's something worth like $20,000?
That's still not.
What is
valuable
the
enough.
price of a human life, Brock?
That's a great question, and I think I had to write a report on that when I was in high school on exactly that topic on like
And
what's the
what
price of a
number did
human
you come
life.
out to?
This kid I knew, he was kind of strange, but he was a funny guy. He went on a website and found out how much each like organ is worth based on
Oh
like your
no.
height and weight and your, athletic capabilities. And I think it came out to like for just like an average, like I think 5'8", 150 pound guy in like average shape. I think it was like almost $400,000, something like that.
So you just added up all the organs in a human body and like parts
Well,
that would be able to.
he went on a specific website that was like insert your height, insert your weight, insert how many times you work out every week. Do you
Oh boy.
smoke this, and this? Do you still have all of your fingers? And it was like, yeah. So $400,000.
Interesting. All right. So what if I had a $400,000 Xbox and it was stolen? Do you think and it would justify an Amber Alert for that?
I don't think an Amber Alert, but I think it would
Oh,
be.
look, a blue sedan is currently carrying a $400,000 Xbox. If you see it on the road, please call the police.
I don't think it would be an Amber Alert, but I think it would definitely warrant national news that something worth
A,
that much money was stolen.
a John Xbox alert.
Mr. Xbox. Yeah, I
Yeah. All
think
right.
I think that it would warrant national headlines that something that expensive was stolen. First of all, why are you letting something that expensive be stolen in the first place?
Yeah, that's worth more than my entire house. So probably not want to let that happen.
Silly.
You got anything you want to say about NFTs? I have that written down.
I
I think
just
that speaks for itself.
I like okay. I get it. I get the idea, but there's nothing funnier than when you screenshot an NFT and the guy's like, "Actually, that's not how it works. It's this and this." It's like, "Bro, just get a life. Come on."
Hashtag right click victim.
Yeah, like really, come on.
Yeah,
Like I get it. It's fair, I guess. Kind of dirty way of making money. But
it's
like
just a game for rich people. Like no actual like serious person is gonna invest in an NFT. Or
I know
like you're gonna buy
multiple
one
people
that's
that
like
own
$5
NFTs.
and not gonna ever be worth anything.
Yeah, I know multiple people that have those, and they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be worth like $1 million in a year." It's like, no, it's not. It's got
It's
to
the
be
same
worth
for a
at
lot of
least.
hobbies like that, like collecting things. You can buy stuff and collect it, but like it for the most part, like the average Joe is not gonna make money off of it. You have to be like the head honcho, like a big whale in the game to be able to actually make money off of it.
I just like people that like collect shit, and just because they have a collection of it, they assume it's worth money.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like, I don't know, what's a silly example? Like those ceramic Disney characters. It's like, oh, in 10 years they're going to be worth this much money. And it's like, no, they're not. They're just
Yeah,
ceramic.
you're just gonna be yelled at to get them out of your basement by your grandchildren in
Yeah,
like
really.
50 years.
Or like Hot Wheels. And I guess in a sense
Well,
some
oh my
Hot Wheels
God.
cars are worth like a lot of money cuz maybe they like miscreated them, or like there was only like 500 made. But like the idea that if you just collect Hot Wheels, like a bunch of them, they're all going to be worth something.
Yeah,
Or no,
my neighbor.
the worst one is comic books. And it's like you got to have there's like 5 comic books in the entirety of the comic book world that are worth any money. The rest of them are like 2 cents each.
Damn. Yeah, I've got a funny story about the cars though. Like my neighbor, he like I his son used to come over to my house and like knock on the door and ask if I wanted to play or whatever. It was pretty much only for like one summer that this happened. Um, because I started getting like annoyed because you come over like every day and I didn't really want to, hang out with him every day. See, I think he was like a year younger than me or something. But one day, I went over at his house and,
Mhm.
we really only went in the living room, but like his dad came home and I said, "Oh, like what's in that room over there?" Because he like opened a door. I hadn't seen it before. And he said, "Oh, that's my dad's like car room." And I'm like, "Car room?" He's like, "Yeah, it's like a room where the entire thing is aligned with boxes of like collectible cars, like from like the floor to the ceiling, every wall." And I was thinking like, "Okay, I'm gonna get murdered here, aren't I?" So
Yeah.
I did not go back to his house, and I slowly stopped hanging out with that kid after that.
When I was very young, we had a neighbor, and I would go over to his house every once in a while, and the same thing. We would hang out in his living room, or like his basement had like a GameCube or whatever Wii. Um, and I remember one time we went in his backyard. His family collected garden gnomes,
Oh no.
and I was like, I think I was like 5 at the time, and even at 5 years old, I was like, of all the things to collect,
Yeah, that's a red flag.
like garden gnomes. I think, what's your favorite thing that people collect? Because I think one of the cooler things is, and this might just be me being nerdy, I love model train sets. They're just so great.
Those are cool because they actually
Okay,
like function and like can do
yeah,
something. You can show them off. They don't just sit in a box usually, you know?
yeah. I was gonna say model train sets that people don't just keep in the box. I mean people that set up like an entire room in their basement with like a big diorama table and the tracks, and it runs all over the house.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There
those are cool.
there's
Those
there's an
those
there's a
scratch the
place.
good part of my brain.
Yeah, there's a place near where I live that's like an apple orchard, and if you go there, you know they have really good donuts. That's what I like it for, and apples, like caramel apples too. I'm a sucker for those. But the one thing that I like to go there the most is like they have a train that runs the entire length of like the shop where you buy all the stuff. It's just like along like the walls, like it's elevated, so like you can't like reach it and like fuck with it, but like it just
Hmm.
goes like throughout the whole store. It's super cool.
There's a place in New Jersey nearby, kind of close to me, called Northlands, and it is the, I think, largest handmade um, uh, model train, I guess museum is the right word, in, I think, America, if not the world. I mean, it's huge. This place is gigantic. And the guy that built it, him and his brother built it like on their own over like 40 years. It's really incredible to see.
Hmm,
And I've
that
gone
sounds
there
cool.
multiple times.
Yeah,
So
I don't
shout
know
out to
what
Northlands.
I don't know what I would say. Uh, well, I mean, I know what I collect, or
I
like
know what you
I
collect too, and I
well,
didn't
I
want to
have the
mention it.
well, I don't want to mention it either, but I feel like I'm obligated to now.
I think you have to now.
I mean, it's not
Which
even like it's basically a freaking NFT if you think about it, except
we
you
don't
can't
have
even
to
sell
mention
it.
the price because it's an insane price, but you can just
No,
tell
we
the
already mentioned
audience.
it, I think, or no, maybe we didn't. But it's a lot of money I spent, and I think anybody that out there that might play Hearthstone, the game I'm talking about, might know how much money like it's outrageous how much money they charge for that game, and
It's, if you
it's
think of a lot of money, more than that. Like it's
yeah.
a crazy amount of money,
I
and
think what I said before was like whatever amount you just thought about in your head, maybe multiply it by like 30 or something.
it's
But
really an insane amount of bread.
But yeah, I there was a point where I had every card in the game, so I had the complete collection. But the problem is they keep releasing new sets, so like you are constantly needing to buy more cards, which I've started to realize, and I have since stopped buying stuff on that game, and hopefully I never do ever again. But I gotta say the recent set looks pretty good. Anyway, um, I've got a question for you, bro.
I probably have an answer for you, Jack.
Are you a gold digger if you marry just for tax benefits?
Um, yes, I think so.
Because
Because,
I mean
or maybe not.
that's a reason I would want to get married. Like I would have no problem living alone for the rest of my life, but at the same time, if I'm paying more money than the married couple, like I would be kind of pissed off.
Well, that's like in the same vein of asking, are you a gold digger if you if you live in Canada and you marry an American person to get American citizenship?
Yeah.
Is that is that a sense of
I don't
gold
know.
digging?
I mean, I wouldn't call it gold digging, but I mean it's opportunistic probably a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. That's a very strange question.
I don't know. Well, we'll leave it up to the audience. You can think about your answer and leave it in the comments for us or email us if you're so inclined.
Hey,
Um,
Jack, what
yeah.
is your preferred continent out of these? The Americas, Africa, Asia, Europe, or the Middle East? Even though the Middle East isn't a continent.
I'm pretty sure only three of those are actually continents.
Yeah,
Um, so in that regard, I guess why would you ask this question? There's no good
go on.
answer to
Just
this
go on.
question.
Just go on.
No, I don't think I'm going to answer this question
I think you need to answer it. Otherwise, I'm going to
because then
answer
I
it
have to
for
give
you.
a reason, and then it's just
No, you
weird.
don't. Just pick one. Just pick one.
No,
All right,
I
you're
mean
up.
I would pick North America because that's where I live, but you
All
didn't
right,
say North
so all
America.
right,
You said the Americas. That's not a
Americas.
continent.
Yes. Okay, so the
All right, fine. I'll pick.
Americas.
Fine, I'll pick. Well, that's not a continent.
I okay. Fuck off. Just pick one.
Okay, the Americas.
Okay. What country?
The United States of America.
Okay. What state?
Where are you going with this? You're just trying to dox me. What the fuck?
No, just
I
go
thought we
on.
were friends.
Go on.
No,
Go on.
no.
I hate you.
Is there some like punchline to this?
Yes.
Too bad. All right.
Anyways, the weather in Bug Tussle, Kentucky right now
Oh, all right. Is that where you're going
is
with that?
69 degrees, baby. With a 15% chance of rain through 12 p.m.
All right.
And today you're going to get a high of 70, low of 50 towards tonight. For the rest of the week, you're looking a little cloudy, but overall, you're going to have a good week in Bug Tussle. It's going to be pretty nice. No
Wow.
foreseeable disasters. Maybe a tornado. Is that? No, they won't get. They
That
can't
was
get.
that was kind of ominous. I don't know why you would say something like that.
I would be ready for a tornado.
Yeah, I think this week you might be in your best interest to seek shelter in your basement
For the
on
week.
Wednesday
Just
at 7:34 p.m.
yeah, just be ready. Because you never know what's gonna happen. So Jack, let me drop some hot knowledge on you that I learned this week.
Go for it. I love hot knowledge.
Alligators can run up to 40 miles an hour in a straight line. So just be careful, okay?
Are you serious? 40 miles
I'm
an hour?
ser-
Well, they can only do it for like a 15-second run, right?
and yes, in a straight line, but yes.
Yeah.
So
All right.
just be careful. They
I
can
mean,
also
usually
climb.
they don't. I mean, I'm not always, but like usually they don't like to fuck with people. Like if you're just on land, you know.
I mean, they don't like people up in their bizwax,
Right,
so
but if you're like if you are like 40 feet away, they're not gonna freaking haul ass towards you and bite your leg off, you know?
no, probably not. They're pretty cool,
Yeah, I like alligators,
but they're
crocodiles.
also very fast and very good climbers. So just be careful, okay? If you're
Do you
in
know
Bug
what
Tussle,
the gharial is? Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it
It's
is.
I think that's what it's called. Let me just double check. Gharial. Yeah, it's a reptile. It's like I think related to the alligator or crocodile. It has a really like skinny like mouth though. It's just like a really long and skinny mouth. And I think they're endangered. They're
Oh, he's
critically endangered.
adorable.
Yeah. That's like my
He's
favorite
just a little
reptile.
dude. Oh, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
He's just a little
Well,
guy. Aren't these
he's
no, I think they're called like Egyptian alligators or something.
yeah, they're probably not going to be here in 10 years. So just say your prayers, I guess.
Or they might be called the Nile crocodile, I believe is actually what they're called.
Wow,
Could
that's
be,
funky.
maybe.
Are
A
they from
Nile
Egypt?
crocodile. Yeah, I would assume so. They're kind of all over Africa from what I'm looking at, but they can be in the Nile.
Hmm. Hey, Brock,
Hey Jack.
how tall is Santa Claus?
How tall is Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Am I missing something?
No, that's just one of the things I wrote down.
I would assume just normal height, right? If
What is
not, well,
normal height?
maybe even a little shorter, since Saint Nicholas was around, almost 1,000 years ago, and people were generally shorter. So he might be like 5'6", 5'7". I
Okay.
think that's a fair answer.
I'm taller than Santa Claus.
I'm definitely taller than Santa Claus.
I think a lot of people would be taller than Santa Claus. Santa Claus is 5'6" and a half.
Well, I mean, what would you say? What would your answer?
I don't. I see him as a tall guy. I mean, like a lot of people that he's the fat, jolly, happy Santa, right? But like he hauls ass on Christmas Eve. He's going every single house, like presents in his hand, going up and down chimneys. He's got to be slim, and he's probably a big guy, like muscular, even like a lumberjack build. I think he's
Yeah, but
probably like
he's got holy magic. He doesn't just climb the chimneys. He wishes
all right.
himself up and down the
How about
chimneys,
this way?
remember?
If he was like short and stout, he would not be able to
Hmm.
fit through the chimney.
It doesn't matter because he's not climbing down the chimney. He like winks his eye and he flies
Oh,
up the
right. His like
chimney,
magic
remember?
sprinkled pixie dust goes down the chimney and he
Yeah,
reappears at the
remember?
bottom. Right. Okay.
Yeah, Santa. And
Yeah.
it's not like he's the one that's hauling ass, it's the reindeer. My boy
All right.
Rudolph out here
Yeah, they like
pulling.
teleport, right? Because yeah.
No.
There's literally like
Okay, here's a good question. Is your family the type of family that leaves out food for the reindeer?
yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's
What do you tend to leave out?
cookies for Santa and milk
Uh-huh. Right.
and carrots for the reindeer.
Yeah, we leave out carrots or like um beets.
Yep, that's good. I'm glad we're on the same page here
I know
for
many people
once.
that have argued with me on that, and they were like, "Why would you even leave anything out?" And it's like because
That's just implying that you don't believe in Santa and then you don't
yeah,
deserve presents.
the
That's
big
it.
boys got to be hungry, and somebody's got to feed those reindeer. They're working all through the night.
Yeah.
I mean, sure
If
they
you
only
think
work one night a year, but like, come on.
if you think about the science behind Christmas, like the amount of energy that reindeer and Santa would need to consume to be able to like break the speed of light and deliver all of their presents, they would need to eat so much food. You need to do your part.
I'm surprised Santa isn't like throwing up all night after all that milk
Yeah.
and like flying through the sky.
I guess
I would be
yeah.
yakking.
If you think too much about it, it all seems weird. But if you don't, it's
I
just
mean,
Christmas. It's Santa.
it's a weird little holiday. It's a
I
weird.
love
I mean,
Christmas.
everybody loves Christmas. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, or
Everybody. It's
Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or anything else you celebrate. It's the holidays. Whatever, doesn't matter.
it is the holidays. It's the best time of the year because everybody is celebrating something, and I think mutually the world is like, let's just be nice to each other. It's the end of the year. Let's just be cool with each other, and everybody's like
Yeah,
really nice,
I
and I
mean,
like it.
like if they could do that in World War II, they can. It's got to
World
be
War
done
One, sir.
anywhere, anytime. Was it World War
Yeah,
One that happened? The armistice?
yeah,
Yeah.
but only one year, only
Oh,
1914.
every other year they're like, yeah, we already did that. All right, let's just kill each other today.
No, that's exactly what it was like.
Oh
God,
well.
I'm still thinking about last week when you told us that story about the St. Louis Marathon.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. We still got some funky stories
God, I
to
hope
just
we do.
share. Oh my God, yeah. Are you familiar? I don't know if I already told you about this, but Operation Soda Steel. Did I tell you about this?
Yes, you did.
I did. Was this on
I
the
bel
podcast?
maybe retell.
Well, am I repeating something that I already said on the podcast?
I will tell
Where,
you if you're repeating it.
all right. Well, basically, some guy uh decided that he wanted to find a way to steal soda from Taco Bell. So he devised a contraption where he wore a backpack with like a giant jug, like 8 gallons in the backpack, or
Oh
maybe it was four.
yeah, I
And then he
remember
had
this.
a tube going down his sleeve, hooked
Yeah,
up to
into a
the
cup.
bottom of a cup. So he just stood at the machine and funneled the Baja Blast into the cup and into his backpack and left. So he stockpiled like 20 gallons of Baja Blast. And people were saying it's probably ethical for him to do that because you can't get Baja Blast anywhere else. Taco Bell is being like I don't know,
That
dictators
is,
over that resource.
I think Mountain Dew has a Baja Blast flavor that they have
Okay,
out right
sorry.
now.
They have one that they seasonally release, I think, but it's not like a thing you can always go and get.
Hmm. That's just smart. I think that's one of those things where everybody can rally around that idea. Except for the big wigs at Taco Bell.
Yeah. No, you're taking my soda. That's going to cost the company maybe like $2.
Yeah,
Oh
how much soda
no.
do you think they get at a time for the fountains? Like 10 gallons, maybe? Something like that?
I don't know. Like you never really get to see the backside unless they're like cleaning it or whatever, or
Well,
putting more stuff in.
it's usually like a big keg, right?
I
I don't
don't
know.
know.
I'm
Well,
asking. I don't know.
so
I've never.
in my school cafeteria, they have like a regular kind of fountain drink machine with sodas and lemonade and uh then they have a another one next to it that's like chocolate milk, 2% milk and skim
Hmm.
milk. Um, and I don't think, well, the milk ones I've never had a problem with. I imagine there's probably more in them because of how big they're the same size machines and they only offer three versus like eight different drinks. But
Right.
the one thing that did annoy me many times is that they have a thing where if you're getting a drink from the fountain drink machine and they run out of whatever drink you're getting, it just automatically defaults to putting water in your cup because they
That's
have,
the worst.
yeah,
That is the
like
worst. I hate when that happens.
I don't
Or,
know if
no,
you,
it's. Yeah, go on.
hold on, I don't know if the audiences might not be familiar, but basically instead of having an individual thing to put your cup under for water, if you want water, you press like a special button that turns whatever thing you're putting into
Yeah,
your cup into water.
it's usually like the closest one to the ice, so it can either be like
Oh yeah,
orange soda or water.
yeah. But like it is not fun to just be filling up your cup with soda and then have water come out. Or even lemonade. I don't drink soda, so but like it still annoys me.
There's a place nearby me. This is one of my gripes that literally it if you hit the little thing to dispense the whatever beverage, it is a straight line down the middle where the left side of it will be the soda and the right side of it will be water. So every time I go to that place to fill up, like if I get like iced tea or something, or like when I used to drink soda, whatever soda I would get, I would only stick the rim of my cup on the like left side of the thing, and I would let the water pour on the right, like outside of my cup. And it's like,
Hmm.
why would you just water down your soda like that? Like I guess save money, but like how much can a keg cost versus how much you're selling the drinks for?
Yeah, that's kind of cruel.
It is really cruel. It's kind of cheap and it doesn't make me happy, but now I want to go back there because they have really good food.
Are you a big person that like I don't know why that was kind of weird to say. Are you
I'm
into
not.
McDonald's Sprite?
I am. I can get behind it.
Like people always say McDonald's Sprite hits different. Do you agree with that sentiment?
Yeah, I think so.
Because
I don't
they just
know.
serve it cold, right?
Is that true? Is that why?
I think it's just that they put like half of it is ice, but it's not like watered down really. Like when you first get it, it's just cold. So I think I don't know.
Maybe. It almost doesn't even taste like Sprite. It tastes more like 7 Up.
I've never had it, but they McDonald's does have one thing that they don't. At least I don't think they sell it anywhere else, which is the orange flavored high C drink.
High C, baby. It's
It is
back. It's
so
back.
good.
They
It's
got rid
so
of it and
good.
it's back. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I don't even know what it's made
In the
of and it's
summer,
so good.
if you get just just go to McDonald's, get like freaking chicken nuggets or something, doesn't matter. Just get
Mm.
the orange high C with some ice. It is so good.
Oh,
It'll change
that's
your day.
just, oh my God, that's a godsend. Well, like I told you, I literally haven't had fast food since February, but like
Nice.
now that High C is back, I might just have to run out to McDonald's just to get myself a High C. Because it's like, where else can you get High C? It's like Baja
I mean,
Blast. You
you
can
can
get
get the little juice boxes at the grocery store, but I don't even think
Yeah,
they
but it's
have
not
that
the
flavor.
same. It's not the
Yeah,
same.
it's not the same. It's not the same because you can't put ice in the
Oh,
juice boxes.
I love that High C. I can't even imagine why they ever thought to get rid of it. It's
It's
just
literally
such a
just sugar. That's the thing.
yeah, it's just such a staple. It's just so good. I can still taste it, you know.
It's just yeah, water and sugar. It's all you need.
Some people.
Hmm.
I don't I don't know. I miss it. Mm. But now it's back. Now that might be what I do today. I might go out and get myself a High C.
Nice. Go for it.
I
You
might
earned
have
it.
to. I did?
No, you did. What did you do? Did you earn it? Maybe I don't know. What have you done?
Today or in general?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, you haven't done it. You haven't had it since February, or you haven't had fast food since February.
Well, let's see. What has happened since February? Um, I got out of a relationship. My cat died. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you earned it.
yeah, I earned it. I think I earned it.
But all right, hold on. So I'm just thinking now, what is your definition of fast food? You say you haven't had fast food since February, and I know for a fact you went to Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel's not fast
That's
food,
not
right?
fast food. So fast food for me are places like McDonald's and Burger King where literally the food is like flash fried in like 20 seconds. The
Yeah.
closest thing I get to cheating on that rule is like every once in a while I'll go to Chipotle, but I
Okay.
kind of give it a pass because you can see them actually cooking it and it's like real food. It's not like shitty just like chicken byproduct. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Any like how I kind of go about it is like for the most part, if it has a drive-through and it's just like the regular like chicken French fry burger place,
Yeah,
that's
right.
like top fast food. Then you have
Right.
stuff like Chipotle and Subway where like they're making it, but it's ready in like a minute and
Yeah,
you're
so
walking out
that's
of
what I
there.
mean when I say like I kind of cheat on the rule a little bit. Like the thing about it is it's like technically fast food, but the fact that I can watch them cooking it and it's like real parts of like for if I get like a chicken burrito, it's like really like the parts of a chicken you would eat, not like McDonald's, which you will eat like the feet of the chicken. Like that's not even a joke. They'll literally put the feet of the chicken in the grinder.
What do you mean? It's a chicken
Um,
nugget. It's magical.
yeah. So like yeah, Chipotle kind of gets a pass for me every once in a while. I'm not going on a daily basis, but like once every few weeks maybe. And
Um,
plus, I can get like lettuce and guacamole on and shredded
right.
cheese on my
Yeah, it's
burrito,
healthier.
so it's relatively healthier. Yeah.
Um, so like the thing is like Applebee's, like I feel like that kind of stuff is like the next thing on the line where it's not fast food, but like it's that you're not it's not like quality food. It's just, they have a lot of different stuff, Like
I have not
Chili's
been
is the same
to
boat.
I have not been to an Applebee's, I think, in my life, and the last time I went to Chili's was over a year ago, and then previous to that, I also don't think I've ever been in my life.
Yeah. There's an Applebee's near our house that I go to eat with like my dad and my brother a lot. It's pretty good.
The
I
only
used to not like it as much, but I gotta admit that they have like a good it's consistent. Like their fries are good. They have a good
yeah.
like molten lava cake dessert. I like the burgers. The atmosphere is decent. The one near us has like it's one of those restaurants, and I think Chili's does this too, where they like decorate like based on like local stuff. So like they'll have like the
Mm-hmm.
local teams and like
Mm-hmm.
local monuments and stuff, which I think is really cool.
Yeah. See, I like that. That's kind of the same vein as Cracker Barrel, where it's like it's consistent and it's real food. It's not disgusting fat feed your face food. It's like you're getting a real meal when you sit down there.
Yeah. I tried to get my family to go to Cracker Barrel for dinner because I don't know if the audience knows this, but we have a little ongoing argument where Brock says it's a dinner place, I say it's a
I
breakfast
did not
place.
say it's a dinner place. I'm just arguing with you. You're saying that it's only a breakfast place. I'm saying you can go whenever you want.
It's like IHOP. You can go there for dinner, but it's mainly a breakfast place.
Yeah, well, no, okay. No, you're wrong. So IHOP, it's literally called the International House of Pancakes. You go to get pancakes, but you can go at
Yes.
any time. Cracker
Yes.
Barrel, they don't just serve crackers. You're not going to go to just get crackers. You can go at any time and get whatever you want. It's like a diner.
All right. Well, how about the audience can resolve this conflict for us? What is where do you what do you eat most at Cracker Barrel? Do you go for the breakfast or do you go for the dinner? I'm just curious. I know you can get both, but I want to know what you would prefer. Anyway,
Oh,
I got another weird question for you.
I'm ready.
How many stairs do you walk up at a time? One, two, three? Question mark.
Uh, Two.
You are a two-person stepper. You skip a step whenever you walk upstairs.
Well, yeah. Okay, okay. There are moments where one step is like if I'm walking with somebody, it'll usually one step, but like if I'm just like on my own walking, it's like if I have to get up back to my room, it'll just be two steps. It doesn't matter.
Hmm. Yeah,
Well, what are you?
I feel like whenever like I never really do two steps because I feel like if I'm skipping a step, I'm gonna trip and like land on my face. Like I just don't trust myself enough to do it.
Yeah, but I'm taller than you by like a fair margin, so I also just have longer legs, so I can make
That's
that.
also yeah, that's probably true. But like 'cause sometimes like I feel like stupid and small and pathetic like when I'm walking on the stairs and I'm doing like almost like a high knee thing where like my legs are going like super fast like one at a time up the stairs and this giant guy next to me is like three steps at a time just skips over half the stairwell. I'm like,
If
bro,
you're
you're
doing if
cheating.
you're doing more than two steps at a time, you just need to be in an asylum. It's really creepy, and you need to calm
Yeah.
the fuck down. It's not a competition.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, but okay. Here's a better question. How many stairs do you think you go up in on a usual daily basis? Like, how many steps do you think you take on the stairs?
Are you talking about like if I was just home and
No, like
like
at where
not
you're at now. You're at school, right?
right now I'm at home because I had something this weekend to come back for. But if I was at
Okay, so
school,
say you're at school. How many stairs do you think you go up on a consistent basis?
all right, well, got a 9 a.m. class. I'm on the third floor. So I go down three flights of stairs. Um, and then I to go to that class, I have to go up and down one flight of stairs, and then I go back. So that's eight. And then I go back for my 12 class, which um doesn't have it has I call it one flight of stairs.
Mm.
So we're at nine. And then for my other class, um oh that one's different. So that one would be one, two. It depends which way I come though. I would honestly say one again. So I'd probably say 10, but like
10
the
flights
thing
of
is
stairs?
my well actually no, it's 10 plus six, so 16. But then also like when I'm walking back and forth to campus, like the school is like on a giant hill. So like the elevation,
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely going up and down a lot more than I'm actually using stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What about you?
I was counting in my head. I'm probably at about like probably about 10 or so, 10 to 12, depends on the
Hmm.
day. Cuz like a lot of my classes that I take are like on the top floors of the building for whatever reason,
Yeah.
and I live uh kind of also far away. My, Nashville's very hilly, so there's a lot of staircases just like outside to get to places.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that is my answer. That is what I have to say about that.
There is one building on campus, and I have to go there once a week, and it's on the third floor, or like it's actually like the fourth floor because you go in through the basement level, I think. And it's just a pain to get up there. It's like so many stairs to get up there. And also it's like super hot. Like they don't have like very good air conditioning, I guess, up there.
Hmm.
Even like now it's super hot up there, which is annoying because like you're wearing a sweatshirt because it's freezing outside. But yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah. How's the weather up where you? I know we already checked on bug tussle.
Oh well, back to I guess we're just a weather podcast now, whatever. Um, it's clear skies, a little chilly. Um, that's about it.
It is 66 where I'm at, but it's going to get to 68. It has been really nice all week.
That
It
is really awesome weather.
it no, like it literally has been almost like mid 70s all week. It's been kind of insane. And we were like, "Oh, is it not December? Should it not be a little cooler?" But alas, it is warm. But I'm not complaining because it was we got outside a lot. We played some wiffle ball. It was a good t-shirt weather week that we really needed
Nice. I got
because we're
something for you.
all just losing our minds. Go on.
You know what alliteration is?
I do.
They kind of ruined it for the letter K, didn't they? Anyway, Dino Nuggets.
You
Love those. You a
yeah,
fan?
I like making them fight.
You like making the Dino Nuggets fight?
Yeah.
I know you said they're made out of chicken feet, but the
No, no,
Dino,
no.
like,
That's just McDonald's. McDonald's is just
okay,
gross.
yeah, because they have like they advertise them at least as like being healthy, like the Tyson or whatever brands they have. Um, would you rather eat like a regular nugget or a Dino Nugget?
I mean, I gotta say Dino just for the
It's just
experience.
more fun to eat. Like would you? Well,
Yeah.
I actually, well, there's another like uh partnered question to that. Would you rather
Hmm.
eat a smiley face French fry or like a really like a regular French fry?
Probably a regular French fry, actually.
I feel like I agree because I don't think the smiley ones taste as good, but like I don't think there's much of a difference with the nugget.
You know what the best French fry is, though?
What?
Those waffle fries that Chick-fil-A has.
Waffle fries are up there. I'm a
You got
sucker for
it's okay. It's
crinkle
not
cut
so much
fries.
the fry itself, it's the type of salt you put on it. You gotta sea salt it. You can't just regular salt it.
I think
You know
that's
what
a
I mean?
scam. I don't know what the difference is.
Well, one comes from the sea and one comes from cows.
Uh, the salt comes from cows?
Sure.
What?
Okay.
Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know. What kind of French fries are there? There's the waffle fries, there's the crinkle cut fries, there's
Curly.
like the McDonald's fry. I don't know
Curly
what you call
fries.
that one. Curly fries, yeah. Do you like the spicier fries or do you just like a regular fry?
Um, yeah, I like a spicy fry. There was a
Because
place I'm trying to think of that like coats it. It's not like red pepper or it's
yeah,
not
hold
like
on. I think
Cajun.
I don't know if you've been there. I mean, well, actually, no. You just said you went there once. I don't know if you got it though. But Chili's does that, where they have like a little kick to them. And there's like a
Yeah, that's
barbecue
not what I'm
place near my
thinking of
house that
though.
has a really good like spicy fry. It's not like it's gonna burn your mouth off like hot sauce, but it just has a nice kick to it. You know?
Yeah, there's a place I'm trying to think of that was near me that does exactly that, where it's not like, oh my God, I'm dying. It's just like, oh, that's nice. Just a little
Yeah,
tingle.
I like
Yeah,
that. I
no,
like
yeah, I
that's like the
prefer.
perfect amount of spice.
I can get down with a little spicy fry. Not on every. It depends what you're pairing it with. I think you can't just do it with every meal. That's weird.
Yeah.
But then again, how many different types of meals are you really eating French fries with besides like a burger and like a hot dog or maybe a steak every once in a while?
I really wish that I didn't eat French fries as much as I do because I'm starting to get sick of them. But like, luckily enough, like if you have a different variety of fry, it tastes completely different. Like if you get the same kind of fry like 5 days in a row, you're gonna feel sick. But like as soon as
Hmm.
you eat like a different kind of fry, it's like, oh, completely different item.
What you
I
got
don't
to
know.
do, my man, is you got to make your own fries. I know we've spoken about this before, but potatoes, they're just the
I don't
best.
recall.
They're just the
Oh,
best.
all right. Have you made your own fries before?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it hard? I feel like you need a fryer, right?
Well, yeah, you can just oil it.
Oh, like in a
It's not
pan, you mean?
yeah, it's not impossible. Everybody can do
Well,
it.
like my mom actually does something
Or
kind of like that.
you can do an air fryer. Those are cool now, I
I
guess.
have
I
one of
think.
those, yeah. My
Yeah.
mom makes like a like hash browns like that. She like cooks them herself. They're really good.
Mm,
Like and just
yeah,
fries them.
potatoes are just the godsend, really. I mean,
They
they're
are.
just everybody likes a potato. It doesn't matter, and you can make it a
Is there
million different
anybody who
ways.
doesn't like potato? Like,
Yeah, it's really strange, and you can make it a million different ways. You can put 1,000 different things on it. I'm a huge
yeah.
fan of the baked potato. There's a place nearby me where it's kind of like it's like a deli slash sandwich shop type of place, and it has this thing called the Maximum Spud, and
Wow.
it's so good. It's a
What is that
baked
like a
potato.
loaded potato? Yeah.
Oh, it's disgustingly loaded, but it's so good. Oh,
Nice.
maybe I'll get that and that in a high C. Oh,
I
I
love
will
that
not.
name, Maximum
I
Spud.
yeah, the Maximum Spud, or it might be the Spud Maximum actually, which is even funnier.
Nice. Is this a local place? Yeah.
I think it's a chain,
What's
but
it called?
McAllister's.
Oh, I think I might have heard of that one
It's
actually.
like one step above Subway. Like they don't. It's not like a um make your sandwich in front of you type of place. Like you give them their order, they make it in the back, and they send it out. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's real food. It's not fast food.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
So,
I've got
yeah,
a throwback a little bit.
go on.
Remember, I don't know which episode it was, but a couple of episodes ago, you mentioned that you lock a monkey in a room with a typewriter, they can type anything, right? Like they could type like
Theoretically,
Shakespearean
if
works.
theoretically, if given an infinite amount of time, it will type a Shakespearean work. Yes.
Okay. I had a similar question to this. If you use the correct combination of words, could you uh literally win any argument?
Yeah.
Do you think?
If you're given an infinite amount of time and the ability to say as many words as you want, eventually
Yeah.
you'll come to the right formulation of words. Yeah, scientifically speaking.
Because what if it was like a dumbass argument like um a square is round? You think you could still win?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do too.
I think okay. I don't think you would win the argument in proving on facts, but I think you could have an infinite enough time and given the right formulation of words, you could convince somebody that it was.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. I just thought that was a really cool thing to think about. Like you could literally argue anything if given enough time and like using the correct words.
hmm
Uh
I have a gripe. Let me
yeah,
step
go
in. Let
for it.
me drop a hot topic really quick now that we're going through our topics. I was thinking about this week. So I live nearby a major metropolitan city. Nashville is, I believe, the fastest growing city in the United States currently, if
That's
not like the
interesting.
top three. It's pretty crazy. But with that means, first gripe out of this whole thing, there's too many fucking people here. There's not enough space for all of them. There are people everywhere in this place, and I feel claustrophobic, and I don't like it. Sort that out, City of Nashville. Second of all, um, this is where like all the hip young kids are coming to, and the problem with hip young kids is they still have no idea how like money works. So there are places. This road nearby me has like a bunch of like clothing stores and like local shops. When I'm telling you, they sell, I swear to God, just plain white T-shirts, like the ones you can get in like a 3-pack at Walmart for $1. $95 for one white T-shirt. I'm not even kidding you. I can send you pictures of the price tags. It's incredible. And the fact of the matter is, the reason they get away with it is because people pay it. People buy that shit.
Is this like the Supreme shit where it's just
No,
the most
they're just regular ass clothing stores, and you walk in. It's like walking in an Old Navy. It looks exactly the same, but you walk up to like a pair of jeans, and instead of like $20 jeans, they're like $185. It's like, oh, it's because they were handmade. And it's like fucking. I don't
no,
want handmade. I don't
those were
just.
made in China.
Yeah, it's like no, they weren't. First of all, and second of all, I just want a pair of jeans. Everything is expensive here, and I don't have the money for it. That's my
That
gripe.
sucks. Are there like local stores that you could go to that sell stuff like at reasonable prices? Or no?
Absolutely not. No, the best you're going to get is like Old Navy or Walmart or Target.
Oh
Besides
damn.
that, you're looking at either like those stores that I just told you about where they're like high priced fashion stores in secret, or you're like at vintage stores where people are like, young kids want vintage clothes now, so I'm going to up the price of this jacket from $50 to
Oh
$250.
no.
And people fucking buy it. People
That's
need to
so
stop being so
stupid.
damn gullible.
At
That
least
is my
there's
gripe.
what about a
That is my
thrift shop? You could go there.
Yeah, like Goodwill's cool. Goodwill's cool, but you got to be careful with what you get because you might get lice or moths, and I don't like that. There was
Yeah.
one place nearby and 2 years ago they were selling like button-up T-shirts on a rack for like $15. I swear
Hmm.
to God, that same rack, if I went back today, was probably $40 for one like button-up T-shirt, and it's
Wow.
really crazy because I get it. I get you want to make some money, but come on. Come
Yeah.
on. You know what I mean? You're just being a jerk. And it's like you're getting 90% of those clothes on donation anyway, and the rest you're getting for pennies on. It's just makes me the big sad.
People are greedy now. I don't like it.
Because I like clothes. I like dressing up. I like fashion, but like,
Yeah.
I don't got the money for it.
Yeah, I
Mm,
already don't own like enough clothes. Like I can't go like more than a week without having to do laundry because I just don't own enough clothes. Like Like maybe 2 weeks I could go if I brought everything, but like
Well, I do laundry constantly, but
yeah.
like I said, I never have like the right clothes for like an event. So if I have to like get a nice shirt, my one friend and I will be like, "Oh, let's go to this like, used clothing store right down the road." And it's like plain button up like white dress shirt, $120. And it's like, no, I'm not paying for it. First of all, because somebody owned it before me and probably got their gross ass sweat in it. And second of all, I don't like you. That's my gripe. That's what's been
That's
eating
a
away at this week.
that is a like completely valid gripe.
It's
I
just
agree
silly.
completely.
It's just very silly.
Yeah. Um, I've got a question for you, and something that I've noticed that I do a lot, and honestly, I don't know if I'm completely like if everyone does this or if it's just me and I'm going insane, but I've caught myself doing it where I will open YouTube on
Mhm.
my computer or my phone and I will scroll through all the videos uh and I will not actually listen to them. I will only like just look at the thumbnails and I will rarely ever click on a video. I will just keep going and going and go almost like it's like Reddit or something like Instagram where you're just
Like
scrolling through.
Tinder.
Yeah, but there's no point because you're just looking at thumbnails. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
I
are you
get it.
doing?
I'm
I don't know.
so
I feel like an
dissuaded
idiot.
from YouTube. I'm so dissuaded from YouTube because now they got like the two ads, one of two, which first of all was a huge red flag, and everybody should have fought back against because I don't want to see that many ads.
That's literally
And
double the amount of ads.
two 30-second unskippable ads I got the other day in a row. It was
It's a minute of
incredible,
your
and
life you're never getting back.
yeah, and the problem is you can't just like close and refresh the video, otherwise it'll just give you another one, and so you got to just sit through it and suck it up.
There is one way to cheat the system I found out. I think it still works, where if you're watching a video and you know there's an ad coming up, like it'll say like ad in three, two, one.
Mm-hmm.
If you skip the timer all the way to the end of the video, so the video
Yeah,
ends, you can
and
like
then
go
restart
back
it.
and then the ad isn't there anymore.
Yeah, but I mean at
Um,
like the beginning of the bed.
yeah,
Or,
you can't skip
did I
that
say
one.
the beginning of the bed?
I don't know. But
Uh,
I will say our podcast is on YouTube and we do not currently run ads.
God
So you're
bless.
welcome.
And we're also on Spotify, and we don't control if you get ads or not. That's based on how much money you pay to the Spotify overlords.
That's true. Yeah,
Sorry,
it
I
is
don't
what
get
it is.
ads. I don't have. I have paying for ads. Not. Did I
I
just have
will
a
say
stroke?
the one subscription service I would pay for happily is probably Spotify, just because I think they have such a large collection of music. I like what they do. Maybe they have some business things that like people argue are like not the most ethical or something like as with respect to like paying royalties or whatever. I've heard
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, but I like the platform and what they offer.
This is a
That's me
message
though.
to the people who, in this day and age, still use Apple Music.
Yeah, I don't
Grow
get
up.
that. I
Grow
really
up.
don't get that. Like Apple Music, honestly, I probably would have grown up using it because my parents use it and like my entire family uses that. But
Well, yeah,
it's
I
always
used
been a pain
iTunes
in the
Music.
ass.
Yeah, I used iTunes Music until I was in like freshman year of high school, and then I was like, "Huh, I don't want to pay $1.29 for every song that I want to listen to, and only listen to the same." I literally, I had it for like 6 years at that point. I literally had three songs on my playlist because I didn't ever want to pay for them.
Yeah. Like my dad had a collection of like, but the thing you can do with Apple Music, I don't know if you can do it with Spotify, is you can you can upload your own music to playlists. So he would burn like CDs and stuff with like thousands of songs. So he has like a ton of them like compiled. So he
Hmm.
still uses that because he has like 5,000 songs or something like that, maybe even close to 10,000. But I don't know. I don't know if that's I think it's legal to do that because I'm pretty sure he bought the songs or somebody bought the songs at some point along the line.
And then where does
Because
he
like
go with it?
he shared like his friend shared them with him. He burns them like he takes them from he has them on a CD and he uploads
Yeah,
them to Apple Music. So he has them on a giant playlist and they're his songs. I
as
don't
long
know.
as he's
I think
uploading
you
them
can
to
do something
himself,
like
it
that.
is legal. Yeah.
Yeah. So
As like
that's
otherwise it's
okay, but
file
like
sharing, and that's what everybody got all up in arms with, like Napster back in the day.
right, he doesn't do that. But for somebody who doesn't have that giant catalog of songs, you're paying for each one individually. It just doesn't make sense to have Apple Music.
Right.
Did they
It
still do
just
that? They still do that, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's very
No,
stupid.
maybe not. I think you got to pay for a subscription to use it though. There's no free service of it,
Oh, okay.
as opposed to Spotify, where it's like, you want to use it, it's free. You just gotta listen to like one
Yeah.
10-second ad every like 25 songs. It's cool.
I feel like if you were just using Spotify to like put music on outside during the summer at like a party or something, ads are fine because like nobody's like paying that much attention to the music anyway.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Let's see. I'm
some
actually
people.
I on in the notebook. I've gotten all the way back up to podcast 5. Um, that's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah,
Um, I've got a couple more things I can talk about.
go on.
Or would
We're
you
just.
rather go straight to the good stuff?
I don't know. Do you think we should just have an entire episode based on the good stuff? Is there enough good stuff?
Oh no, I remember by the good stuff I mean the
Oh,
history
I know
stuff.
what you mean.
No,
But what do you,
I think we should just do a little bit at a time.
All right, go ahead.
But
Give us the good
but
stuff. Let's do a
you want to go
couple at
right
a
to the good
time.
stuff?
Give us
All
a
right.
That's what we should do. We'll do a couple each episode.
All right,
How's that?
I'm thinking maybe about 5 per episode because we did 5 the first time.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, go
maybe
ahead.
like see how many good ones there are. All right, let me open up the thing.
Open up the good stuff. Open up the safe. Bitch just got a lot to say.
All right. Uh, where is it?
I don't know.
Aha.
Jack, tell us your best dad joke while we're waiting.
I don't think it counts as a dad joke, but it's why did the chicken cross the road?
Why? Okay.
No? Do you get it?
No.
I'm not explaining it.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get into some weird history.
Okay.
All right, last time we discussed the marathon at the 1904 Olympics in St. Louis.
Hmm.
That was fun. The Toronto Circus Riot of 1855. That was fun. George Washington and James Madison in Congress having a little fun
I
exchange.
still love that. That's just so silly. That's adorable.
Uh, Juan Pujol Garcia, the spy who completely goofed
Right?
the German
Goof the
intelligence, thinking
Germans. Yep.
he, into paying him hundreds of thousands of dollars for all these fake agents.
Right.
And the fact that Hitler, Tito, Stalin, Trotsky, and Freud were all living in the same Vienna
In the same
neighborhood,
neighborhood. Yeah.
1913.
All right,
Now
kid.
we
Go
get
on.
into
What do we
some new
got
ones.
next? I'm
All
scared at
right.
this point. They're
So this
just
guy
silly.
says, when Napoleon returned to France from his exile, a regiment of French soldiers were sent by the coalition powers to intercept him. Upon seeing them, Napoleon approached and simply said, "If you wish to kill your emperor, here I am." The commander of the regiment ordered his men to open fire. Out of the 2,000 soldiers present, not a single one obeyed the order. They all joined Napoleon and marched to Paris with him.
Yeah, but wouldn't you? Wouldn't you do that?
I mean,
Like,
he's kind of a leader, right?
he was the best thing that happened to Paris at that time, and like, it was either that or the king and the not parliament but the assembly of France, and everybody at that time was like, man, I fucking hate the assembly of France. Yeah, I think I would do that. I think because that's just ballsy too.
They're like, Napoleon is based.
He was seriously based. He flipped shit over and he made France a fucking powerhouse for a good 10 years or so, if not longer.
And apparently, this was a scene in a movie called Waterloo. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so
Can you imagine how fucking badass that would have been if you saw that happen in real life? Imagine you were that commander and you're like, all right, everybody, take aim. And they're like, nah, not going to do it.
yeah,
Uh-uh.
that's just raw power right there.
That's BDE. Napoleon has BDE.
What is BDE?
Big dick energy.
Oh, yeah. All right. Next one.
Mm-hmm.
A guy broke into the Prime Minister of Canada's house with a knife with the intent to kill the prime minister. The prime minister's wife hears someone walking around downstairs and tries to wake her husband. The prime minister just tells her it's nothing and they go back to sleep, or he goes back to sleep. She gets up and investigates and finds the knife wielding assassin. She grabs an Inuit statue of a loon and beats the shit out of the guy. Uh, the prime minister then runs into the hall and helps his wife take down the assassin. These are two people in their 60s just kicking the shit out of some dude in his 20s.
Uh-huh.
She calls the police who arrive, only to realize they forgot the key to the front gate, so they have to send somebody back to the police station to get the key. And the assassin was later confirmed to have mental health issues, and he was successfully treated for his schizophrenia. And he was released from his treatment facility and formally apologized to the couple.
Good for him. He made a recovery. He knew what he did was
Yeah,
wrong. That's
that was
the
a
best
wholesome
part.
ending.
I have two stories that are identical to that, actually.
Oh, identical. All right, I'm
I
interested.
So George Harrison, I believe, back in the 80s or 90s, maybe even the 70s, I believe 80s or 90s, somebody broke into his mansion and stabbed him, and his wife beat the guy up with their lamp.
Nice.
Yeah. And also the Queen of England, way back when, some guy had escaped from a mental hospital, climbed the gates of the Queen's residence, and like just broke into her room. And then she was like, "Are you gonna hurt me?" And he was like, "No, of course not. You're the queen." So she just like spent the night talking to the guy, and he was like, just like really politely was like, "Yeah, you can arrest me." And I think the same thing happened. I think he was like, "Yeah, sorry about that. That's on me."
That's
And
actually
you know
really
what?
cool.
Yeah, that's a good story. That makes me
Is
really
that the
happy.
current queen that did that, I'm assuming?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Hmm.
That just
All
makes
right.
me really happy because they see the error in their ways, and they really didn't do anything wrong. I mean, like besides that guy that broke in and he was like, "I'm gonna kill the fucking prime minister," but he looking back on it, he was like, "You know what? Hindsight 2020. That's on me. Sorry, guys."
Yep.
And that really lifts my spirit. That's what I think about that.
We've got a good one next.
Hmm.
You ready
Go
for
on.
this? All right. I already liked this one, which means I must have read it before and it was good. So, the RMS Carmania. Are you familiar with that?
No.
In 1914, just after the outbreak of the First World War, Germany had a cunning idea. They needed to ensure naval superiority in the Atlantic, but there was no way they could manufacture enough new battleships in order to contest what was traditionally Britain's domain. So they took the SMS Cap Trafalgar, an 18,700-ton luxury ocean
Ooh,
liner, and
whoa, you
retrofitted it
gotta
with
say that
two.
word again.
Huh?
Say it again.
Which one?
The SMS.
SMS Cap Trafalgar.
You can't be saying that, right?
Trafalgar?
I think
What is it?
so.
It's Trafalgar. Trafalgar.
Yeah, Cap Trafalgar, which I believe
Trafalgar. All right,
is
I'll say
I
Trafalgar.
believe is German for Cape Trafalgar. Yeah,
Okay.
which is in España.
An 18,700-ton luxury ocean liner and retrofitted it with two 4.1-inch guns and 1-pound pom-pom autocannons. It also had one of its funnels removed so that this colossal Frankenstein's monster of a ship would appear to be a cruiser under the command of the British Merchant Navy. The ruse
Have you seen a
complete.
picture of this ship? It's a really beautiful ship.
Did you just look up a picture?
Yeah, it's really a very pretty ship.
Yeah, so it was just a luxury ocean liner that they basically turned into a battleship.
Yeah, look at this picture. It's a
Yeah, sure,
very
send me a picture. I'll take a
oh I
look.
oh I just sent it. Oh, look at that ship
And where'd you send it?
right there,
What? Where?
right there,
Where did you send it? You
right
did
on our
not send me a
horse.
picture. Oh, wait, I didn't check there. Okay. Uh,
It's a
oh
really good
wow, yeah,
looking
that is
ship.
cool.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah, all the old ships kind of have a nice look to them. Kind of, basically, if any audience listeners are looking, just imagine the Titanic. It's kind of like that.
It's the Titanic with well, two funnels, but that painting has three.
Did I just say if any audio listeners are listening? That was like the stupidest thing I could have said. Because obviously they are listening. Because they're
Thank you.
anyway. Um, So they did that, and the ruse complete, it would prowl the South Atlantic under false flags, dressed as a British ship. It could approach the British supply line and at the last minute fly the German colors before wreaking havoc and undermining the until now unimpeachable British Navy. They even renamed it the RMS Carmania, RMS standing for Royal Mail Ship, a type of fast streamer used to carry international post to complete the illusion and ensure that it would never be recognized as a formerly German passenger cargo ship until it was far, far too late.
Wait, I do know this story. Oh, I
Yeah.
love this story. Oh,
All
it's a
right.
good one.
Military historians generally concur that it was a bold but brilliant plan. At a fraction of the time and cost of a new custom-built battleship, the newly christened RMS Carmania should cost the British fleets thousands of lives and millions of tons of lost ships before it could be reliably identified, except for one tiny problem. On the 14th of September 1914, after a fruitless first voyage ending with no sightings of any targets and being forced to refuel empty-handed, the RMS Carmania met its first ever opponent just off the coast of Trinidad. It was the RMS Carmania,
RMS
a
Carmania. Oh, I love this
19,500
story.
ton ocean liner retrofitted with eight 4.7-inch guns and deployed as a cruiser by the real British Merchant Navy.
That's
So they
just
met the thing that they were
incredible.
disguised as.
Oh, I love that story so much. Can you
From
imagine being on the Carmania, the British Carmania, and like looking across the water, like, wow, it's a really pretty ship. What is it? What is the name of that ship? What does it say on the bow? And it just says, it says the Carmania. We're
Wait
on
a
the
minute.
Carmania. Um, that doesn't look right.
So, from 4 miles away, the real RMS crew realized that the ship they were looking at was not, in fact, the ship that they were standing on and opened fire. It took 2 hours of vicious broadside battle, but eventually the doppelganger was sunk, and they limped away to Brazil for repairs. Or no, sorry,
That's
the victor. The
hilarious.
victor went to Brazil.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah,
adorable.
and
I
that was
love
such a
that.
good plan too. That was literally the only way they would get screwed up if that happened.
Here's a wonderful artist rendition in case you care of the Carmania sinking the
Sure.
Carmania.
Wow, that's great. Yep.
Oh, I
Now,
love. See,
audience
that's an
listeners, just
adorable
imagine
story.
two Titanics, and they're both shooting at each
Literally
other.
identical, just both in flames. It's really funny. Can
Yeah.
you? I just that I can't even imagine that. Just standing on like the deck of the British Carmania and being like, "It's a very pretty ship." Wait, we're on the Carmania. Um, Captain,
Ugh, yep. I got some bonus facts for that one.
go on.
Towards the end of the fight, the first ship to arrive was a German ship called the SS Kronprinz Wilhelm. I'm assuming that's like Crown Prince, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
very
at,
big
at,
ship. That's a very famous ship.
yeah, at this point, the British RMS Carmania was barely afloat, holed beneath the waterline, and likely to be finished off by a stiff breeze. But the Kronprinz Wilhelm just turned and left without getting involved. Turns out, the Kronprinz had been listening to SOS calls from both ships and knew that the RMS Carmania had sunk, but wasn't sure which was which. Rather than
So they
investigate
duped
and likely get caught,
themselves.
uh,
They duped themselves.
they did. Rather than investigate and likely get caught by other British ships answering the same calls, they decided it might be a trap and left them to it. Because of this, the Carmania was rescued and went on to sail for another 18 years. So they could have finished off the British ship, but they were too scared that it might be their own ship and that it was a trap.
What a wacky little story.
There's more. There's more.
Go on.
The RMS Carmania had a sister ship called the Caronia, and together they were known as the Pretty Sisters. This was publicly known information. The Cap Trafalgar was deliberately disguised as a Pretty Sister based on the designs and appearance. So it's not even as though the Cap Trafalgar were deliberately disguised as the Carmenia. It was 50-50 that they could have impersonated the Caronia, save for the name painted on the hull. So if they had just went for the sister ship instead of that ship, like it
Right.
was just a
It wouldn't
50-50
have even
name, they
known.
could have
Yeah.
been fine. Yeah. And another fact, the Carmania had gone to Trinidad because they knew that the nearby islands were being used as staging posts for German ships, and the first they encountered was another retrofitted ship that had been sent there to hunt cargo ships. So effectively, the RMS Carmania was a secretly retrofitted cargo ship hunting another secretly retrofitted cargo ship that was itself secretly hunting cargo ships, but couldn't find any except for the one that wasn't a cargo ship anymore, and who they knew they were there anyway, so it wasn't a secret anymore. So it's like spy versus spy, except like freaking insane.
I love that story. That's
It's yeah,
great.
it's awesome.
That's really good.
And then also I'll send you this picture that the guy put on the post. Um, hold on, if I can get back to it. It's for the audience listeners. It's pretty straightforward. You know the Spider-Man meme with the two pointing at each other.
Please,
Here,
please be what I'm exactly imagining it as.
yeah, it is literally.
It's
It's just the
exactly what I'm
Spider-Man meme.
imagining it as.
It's the two ships as the Spider-Man. Yeah,
That's really funny. That's like, ugh, that's really good. Come on, we need more. These are great.
yeah, they are great. All right, let me get back to where I was. Uh, all right, next one. When Ivan the Terrible died, he had two sons. He had clubbed the third one to death. The older son was Fyodor, who was likely mentally disabled, became the puppet of his regent Boris Godunov. The younger son, Dmitri, was sent into exile in Uglich. The accepted historical narrative is that Godunov had Dmitri murdered in Uglich, so when Fyodor died, he could usurp the throne. However, after Fyodor died, no less than three different people claiming to be Dmitri tried to take power. These false Dimitris provided Poland with the casus belli to invade Russia, uh, starting a war that killed nearly half the Russian population. The first Dmitri raped Gudanov's daughter and massacred his family. He ended up almost converting Russia to Catholicism and was subsequently beaten to death by a mob, and his remains fired out of a cannon in the direction of Poland. The second false Dmitri was possibly a converted Jew. Very little is known about the third false Dmitri, to the point where there may have been a fourth false Dmitri or possibly a fifth false Dmitri. And there's a bizarre twist to this one. False Dimitri 2 actually claimed to be False Dimitri 1. So they were like trying to all pretend to be each other to get the throne.
It's like an I'm Spartacus moment, but really confusing and bad because people died. Well, I
Yeah, I'm
guess I
noticing a
guess
lot
in
of
the
these.
original Spartacus story, people were dying anyway because of him. But yeah, that's just all right. That's
A
maybe
lot of
how
these are just like people like completely goofing other people
I
or
think that's how
failing
I
to
want
goof.
to. That's what I want to happen when I die. I want my family to load my remains into a cannon and fire me towards Poland.
Yeah.
It's just the
The
way to
next
go.
one, yeah. The next one, probably not absurd, but not well
And the
known.
last one for today.
Yeah, sounds good. During World War II, a balloon bomb was launched by Japan that killed a woman and her five kids in Oregon. They are the only casualties of World War II on U.S. soil, not counting islands and other territories.
Huh.
And it wasn't. It was just yeah. That's it's pretty insane.
That is very
From
strange.
Japan,
Yeah. That's wow.
Oregon,
That's kind of
Oregon.
like that. That's kind of like fate at that point. You know,
Yeah, just randomly. Oh, look at the freaking balloon bomb that's heading towards our house. That's interesting.
that's kind of just fate.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, there's more where that came from for next
oh,
time.
I am so
And I'm
excited
sure we'll
for next
find,
time.
yeah, it's fun. It's very fun. But this episode, it's been a blast. We're on Spotify, we're on YouTube. Send us an
No
email, leave us
ads.
some comments. No ads on either one. Oh, well,
No on
Spotify we can't control.
Spotify.
Yeah,
Can't control that. YouTube, no ads. Spotify,
yeah,
did you pay for it? If yes, no ads. If no, yes ads.
yes, what he said. But yeah, it was anything you want to say before we end here today?
I no, I don't think so. Keep an
No?
eye out for those aliens.
Yeah,
They're
or
coming.
those random bombs sent from Japan. You never
Yeah,
know.
keep an eye out for those balloon bombs from Japan, especially if you're a woman with 5 kids living in Oregon.
Yeah, actually, there was a disclaimer that it wasn't her five kids. It was just some five kids that lived near her. But anyway,
Okay, keep an eye out.
yeah, you just never know. All right, take care. We're in December. We're almost to the holidays. We'll be back
Yeah,
next week.
amen.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.